Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Burgundy Bets. We have our first NFL regular season showdown slate, which means only one thing. It's time to play Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. That's right, we're talking about DraftKings and FanDuel's Millionaire Maker. Let's go over our roster and submit our lineup. As you can see, I have the FanDuel Millionaire Maker contest pulled up. We'll start with our quarterbacks. We have Tom Brady and Dak Prescott. Tom Brady's going to be the most expensive on the field at 11-2. Dak's going to be 10-4. Tom Brady's going to be going against that Dallas defense that we saw was absolutely terrible last year. Pass defense just giving up historic numbers. As Dak's going to be going against a Super Bowl winning defense that's returning all 11 starters. Both of these quarterbacks have elite weapons on the outside to throw to and great running backs to help inside the middle. Tom Brady does not give you the rushing upside that Dak does. However, Dak coming off that leg injury, I'm not sure how much he's going to be willing to run this game or throughout the season. I'm going to go ahead and lock in Tom Brady as my quarterback on this particular slate. Move on to the wide receivers. Wide receivers for this slate are going to be the toughest thing to predict. We have Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, Antonio Brown, Scotty Miller for Tampa, and then for Dallas, Amari Cooper, CD Lamb, Michael Gallup. Those are the guys we're going to want to target. Now for me, you can make the case for any one of these wide receivers. You can say Mike Evans, he's the red zone threat. Antonio Brown, he had 20% of the target share second half of the season. Amari Cooper, he's $1 million man. CD Lamb coming into his second year, he's going to break out. When in reality, we don't know which one of these players are going to go off. You're basically just putting a bullet in the chamber, spinning it, and playing fantasy roulette. But we can use that information to make the best football educated guess. Now, Mike Evans and Chris Godwin are going to be the most expensive wide receivers here. Mike Evans, $9,200. Chris Godwin, $86. And then we're going to have CD Lamb and Amari Cooper, $84 and $8,200. Michael Gallup, $6,200. But the guy that I really like here, just with the salary base, Antonio Brown, $5,600. We did talk about the target share that he got in the second half of the part of the season last year. And with $5,600, it's going to give you a lot more flexibility to build the rest of your roster. As far as our running backs, we do have Ezekiel Elliott. He's going to be the most expensive player outside of the quarterbacks on this slate at $9,600. You do have Leonard Fournette at $7,000 for Tampa and Ronald Jones $5,000 for Tampa. While I do believe Ezekiel Elliott is going to be the easiest to project to score in this game, I mean, we do see this red 1 right next to his name. Tampa had such a great rush defense last year. All their starters are returning. Dallas did lose Zach Martin, their all-world guard. He's now out for COVID. He's not going to play for this game. And Tampa did just bring back Ndamukong Suh from the COVID list. Subtraction, addition, it's not working out in Dallas' favor. Now you do have Tony Pollard as an option out of the Dallas backfield, but with Dak Prescott back, Ezekiel Elliott's going to go back to putting up top 5 fantasy running back numbers. I'm not excited about Tony Pollard this year, and definitely not in this game. Tampa's backs, Leonard Fournette, Ronald Jones, Giovanni Bernard. Giovanni Bernard's going to be the third down back in this offense. He's going to have the third down pass catching role. As far as Leonard Fournette and Ronald Jones, they're going to be the 1-2 punch splitting carries. I don't have a great lean either way in this. With a total of 51.5, I'm going to be targeting receivers in this game. I'm not going to be looking at kickers so much. I believe there's just the prices of these kickers. We have Greg DeLake-Zerline at $3,600, Ryan Suckup at $4,000. I mean, coming down a little bit further here, I mean, we can get O.J. Howard for $2,200, Scotty Miller at $1,600, Tyler Johnson at $1,000. In a millionaire maker like this, where there's so many people in it, you want to break the slate. You want that upside ability. You're not going to get there with a kicker. Now you can get there with a Scotty Miller, who could have 2 catches, one of them being a 40-yard bomb for a touchdown. As far as the tight ends for Tampa, you're going to have Rob Gronkowski, Cameron Brate, and O.J. Howard. I'm not interested in Cameron Brate at all. I really do like O.J. Howard. He was a first-round pick, and he is explosive. He's only $2,200 on this slate. We saw they eased Gronk back into this offense sort of at the later part of the year. I'm not sure if they're going to use him too much in week 1 here. He is $5,400. He could get a red zone look or two. Defenses, you got Tampa at $48,000, Dallas at $3,000. I'm not interested in either defense. Once again, just like the kickers, 51.5 point total. We're going to be looking for players with the upside to break the slate. If I did have to play a defense, obviously it would be Tampa Bay. So now let's finish this roster construction. Now, for your team captains. Team captains, anytime you're going to break a slate here, you're going to have a team captain usually of a wide receiver or a running back, okay? If Mike Evans goes out and gets 6 catches, 90 yards, and 2 touchdowns, he's probably going to be on the optimal lineup. Same for Amari Cooper, a CD Lamb. You get the idea. Your quarterbacks are kind of spreading the ball out. I am going to have Tom Brady in here. He will be in my flex spot. As far as my captain, and for the prices of this too, I'm going to go ahead and lock in an Antonio Brown at $8,400 for my captain spot. Now, to finish the rest of this lineup here, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to smash a couple of these Dallas wide receivers. they should be down. They should have to throw the ball. I don't believe they're going to have a lot of success in the rushing game against this Tampa front seven. We're going to be looking at Amari Cooper and CeeDee Lamb. Now, this is going to give us $6,900 to build the rest of our roster. I am going to go ahead and lock in O.J. Howard. I believe he's not going to be owned by a lot of teams. If he does have a game where I'm thinking he could end up being on the optimal lineup just because not a lot of people are going to roster an O.J. Howard. Now, I am going to finish this lineup with a Mike Evans. We're going to have Antonio Brown in the captain spot, Tom Brady, Mike Evans, O.J. Howard, and then our two bring-back players from Dallas is going to be Amari Cooper and CeeDee Lamb. We are going to have $2,400 available in our remaining balance. No worries. You don't need to spend all the money they give you. Let's get a little contrarian here with a pick like an O.J. Howard, which we don't think a lot of people are going to have on their lineups this week. Now, for anyone who doesn't know, FanDuel is doing a free $4 million fantasy slate giveaway for this game on Thursday night. Just go to FanDuel. Doesn't matter if you're an existing customer or a new customer. Just go to FanDuel, go to the fantasy selection, click on the button that says $4 million free entry from Pat McAfee. It's going to have Pat's face right there. If you don't know who Pat is, he's got a great show. It goes on YouTube from 12 to 3 every day. Electric. Check that out. But basically, you're going to get a free entry into this thing. It's usually $5. It's $4 million total winning prizes, $1 million to first place. That's absolutely free. Go in there and create your lineup as well. For anyone who hasn't played FanDuel before, it's a little bit different than DraftKings. You're still going to have that captain spot, MVP spot, but you're only going to have 4 flex players as opposed to DraftKings, you have to have 5. If you're new to the channel, this is Burgundy Bets. We talk about everything football, DFS, spreads, overs, unders. If it's football related, we're going to talk about it. I did just post a video for my breakdown picks on this Tampa-Dallas game. Go ahead, check that out. Subscribe to the channel. Drop me a like. Appreciate it. See you next time.